welcome to Creatively or Daily. Today I am going to do a review of my Yamaha Nmax 125. Not my Yamaha, my friend is bringing a Yamaha. I will be doing a shoot and my friend is going to do the acting.
Olá, boa tarde, namaste from Portugal. This is a Nmax review and it was filmed on a very beautiful location underneath Vasco da Gama Bridge, located in the outskirts of Lisbon.
The Nmax which you can see, if Karan will give a little side. So this is mine. So it's very similar to his Nmax, and I'm using Nmax for almost 1.5 years, and it's extremely good bike. And Karan is using this for how much time, Karan?
I'm using this Moto for almost 1 year.
And how's your experience with the Moto?
Nmax 125 is powerful moto on its segment. Although this is not the latest model, but I like this design more than the new one. It's easier to ride, very stable in weather conditions, and also doesn't feel very heavy.
What's your experience with the power? How is the power of Nmax?
Power of Nmax is extremely good. You can easily cross the speed of 120, and also when driving in rain on mountains or on roundabouts, it's very stable.
How fast you drove?
Officially it's like 100, but unofficially it's like 122.
What is the monthly budget do you spend on servicing, like changing oil or brake shoes? How much you drive per month? How much you spend on the service of this motor?
I spend approximately 50 euros per month. For example, I am working with Uber Eats, so I can say so per week I drive maximum 700 or 6 to 700.
Do you think it's a stable moto or bike?
Yeah, it's very nice. I really like this. I appreciate and I recommend it other people to buy this.
Because my personal experience driving this moto is extremely good at hills of Portugal or Lisbon, whatever you want to say. What's yours? Is it good?
Yes, I also went to the hills, mountains. It's very good.
And in the rainy season on the mountainous roads, do you recommend this motor to someone? Is it good?
Yes, to mountains I recommend, but on rainy season it depends on the tires. If you put the Michelin tires, very nice.
So this is Michelin City Grip 2, just like yours, front and back.
Yes.
Extremely good tires. We changed the tire almost on the same time. And I guess you might remember, because when I ordered, my tire was completely gone. There were no threads left on the tire. It was like the head of Vin Diesel, and it was still working very well even in the rain, although it was skidding on the turns, but I don't recommend that. What are the drawbacks of Yamaha Nmax? Is it very expensive as compared to other motors?
The fuel mileage is little less than Honda PCX. Fuel tank is smaller than Honda PCX. It's also little more expensive when it comes to motor maintenance. And yes, another thing, Yamaha Nmax 125 is prime target for thieves in Portugal. So you must install GPS tracker and secure your moto with disc lock and chain lock.
What's your experience with two people? How max you can drive it at? And how is the stability of this motor at driving with two people on mountainous roads of Portugal and in rainy season? How will you rate like all those experiences from 1 to 10? Two people.
I can rate 9.
9. Okay, with the two people it's 9. And if it's rainy season, driving with two people, how much you will rate it?
Still I can rate 9.
Okay, 9. And stability in the strong winds?
8 for stability. In 125, it's heavy. I don't want to name another brands, but I use them also. Then I feel that this is much better.
Because Portugal is mostly empty, how will you recommend and rate this moto if someone wants to use this moto for driving in the city of Lisbon? Because Lisbon is very crowded. It's full of cars and motos and everything. A lot of buses and crazy drivers, like we know the taxi drivers who are very crazy here. So you have to be very careful from them. So what's your experience driving in the city as compared to the outskirts of Greater Lisbon?
I drive a lot because I work in Uber Eats. We have to go anywhere. So in cities, it's also a very nice experience. My friends suggest me to buy another bikes. I don't name again, but I always
I will just say other people recommend buying PCX or PCC 125
Vision, PCX,
Vision,
but they are also good, but
not as good as.
In personal opinion, I would like to say that this brand this motorbike is for me is very nice in this budget, in this 125cc. I will recommend you. It's very nice.
Out of 100 people, how many people do you see driving Nmax as compared to PCX? Because we have to be realistic when making a choice for buying a moto. So how many people are buying other motos as compared to Nmax? Out of 100, give me a ratio.
I see in these areas like 40.
Less than 40, I guess. Maybe
Yes.
around. For me, my observation is like 30 to 25% of the people out of 100.
Yeah, but nowadays I see 40 because people are thinking, why not spend much 500 and why not use a much premium, much comfortable, much stronger than others? So they are now realizing that we should buy Nmax.
Okay, so now this is a personal question. How old are you, Karan?
I am 23.
23. And for how long you are driving?
In Portugal,
Yeah, overall.
overall when I was 18,
Okay, so you are driving for almost 5 years.
yeah.
How you will rate driving in Portugal as compared to your native country and your native city? You are from Jalandhar?
No, Ludhiana.
So he is from Ludhiana, Punjab, India, and I'm from Delhi, India, living in Portugal, both of us. So I believe the roads are much safer as compared to Delhi. Here in Portugal, people are much more well behaved, I will say. I won't use the civilized word because that's for me it's discriminatory. So what's your experience driving in Ludhiana versus driving in Lisbon?
Well, driving in Portugal is much more safer than driving in India, to be honest. Because in India, people are not following rules, to be honest. But in Portugal, I would say it's very much safer. We face also some idiots here, but it's okay. It's nice.
When you are parking your Nmax, are you worried because everyone says that Nmax is the prime target for thieves? Because many people try to steal the Nmax.
Even my bike is also tried to steal by someone. When I go to my mechanic for engine oil change, and he suddenly see accidentally that your handle dashboard is forcefully tried to open by somebody,
Okay.
and he recommend me to put an alarm lock.
So it's highly recommended if you are in Portugal, you must buy a GPS tracker for your Moto because it's a prime target for people and they try to steal your motos. So number one is PCX, second one is Nmax because the parts are very expensive, so they steal your motos and then they just sell the parts on OLX or that kind of websites or Facebook Marketplace. So you have to pay attention, secure your motos, don't chain the front tire because they will just unlock the bolts and they will take the motor away. And GPS, you will just spend around 10 euros per month for GPS. And what's the best insurance for Yamaha Nmax? Which one will you recommend? Which one is yours?
Fidelidad.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than other expensive insurances, and it's much more serviceable. Nice.
So I'm also using Fidelid and it's very good insurance company, but I recently had a very bad experience with them. I was stuck in a tunnel and they denied my request to be picked up by a pickup truck. Like my motor was completely broken in the middle of road, in the middle of tunnel. That was a very bad experience for me, but I don't know. I will explain that in some other video. I don't want to talk about that. So out of 10, how much you will rate Yamaha Nmax? It's a beautiful beauty. It's like our girlfriend. When we buy a moto, it's our first girlfriend. So how will you recommend and what's the rating out of 10?
I would like to give 9.
9. Are you sure you want to give 9 or not 10?
Yes.
Okay. So out of 10, it's just 9. If you will rate PCX, how much it will be? Out of 10?
6.
6. Okay. I will rate it like 5.5.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah. And what about Vision?
I never use Vision. I never drive Vision, but I guess 3, 4.
3. For me, I will rate Vision around at 8. Reason being, it's a small cheap motor and it is limited how fast you can drive, and when you are aware how fast or slow you can drive, it becomes much more safer to drive that moto. But that's not the case with the PCX, because you know you can drive it faster, almost as fast as Nmax, maybe 5 or 10 little less. But it doesn't have the 4-valve engine, I believe, and doesn't have the ABS in both of the tires. So, and another thing, when it falls, it completely opens like a flower.
Yeah.
That's not the case with Nmax. When Nmax falls, you will get the scratch on your moto, but not the parts getting broken up, okay? So, for example, my moto broke from here, someone dropped it. So, it literally fell when it was just resting on the stand. And it's completely fine, even with a scratch. The durability, I will give it 10 out of 10. What about you? How much you will give?
About the durabilities, but it depends how fast and how much forcefully are you roping out. But still, I give him in Nmax a durability 9, because, for example, if we fall very forcefully, it's broke. Obviously, it's a material. But as compared to the PCX, it's 10. According to the Nmax alone, it's 9.
So, thanks for the review and
Thank you so much.
feedback.
It's my personal review. I'm using this for a long time and choose to buy this. I buy this second hand, not new. But still, I love this bike. I don't have any, God's sake, I don't have any serious problem in this bike. And this bike is so nice. If you want to spend more than 3,000, same to the PCX, you should buy Nmax.
Now, the final thing. If you like this review, make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for the future videos, you can always message me. I'm recording the audio from my phone because I have a mic attached to my GoPro, which is attached to my helmet. I can't take it off. So if you don't like this portion of the voice, please pardon me, and we will try to buy a new microphone dedicated for the voiceover in the future videos. But for that, you have to subscribe. Okay, if you like the previous video which I uploaded where I went to Praia de Magoitu, I'm really happy. I'm making some wallpapers. I will be giving away a t-shirt or a mug or something like that to the person who is going to be the 100th subscriber. Okay, take care, bye bye, and I wish you a good day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a quick video about this Nmax. One of my subscriber from Poland requested a review about Nmax, so that's why I did it. I will try to make the subtitles available in Polish language and Hindi as well, and I will try to also make this video available on my other channel, which is just dedicated for Hindu vlogs. I'm just testing out different kind of formats for the vlogs, it's not easy to come up with the ideas, but I will just say I used a little bit of artificial intelligence AI called ChatGPT for helping me with the scripting process. So this is what I love about Portugal. Love is in the air, and this street is called Rua das Amores, means the street of love. And oh my god, the flowers looking beautiful, and this tree, this whole street is beautiful.